Here are 3 ways that you can incorporate religion into your fantasy stories. Hi, my name is Cameron and I'm a fantasy author. It's Sunday and I got to thinking about different religions as it pertains to narrative structure. Classically, there are 3 different theisms that we can use within our world building. The first is monotheism. This would be your Judeo-Christian ideology of one singular God. They could be present or sort of facilitated in and of themselves in the grander scope of the world. If this is the road that you want to go, consider having different cults or factions split between the faith. Oftentimes when there is one figurehead or doctrine within a religion, multiple groups interpret it differently. And you can utilize this when telling your story as a means to create said conflict within your world. The second way is polytheism, and this is what I use within the Great Fantasy Story. In polytheism, you have multiple different gods and goddesses who occupy different realms within the architecture of the world. You could do this either via the elements or you could do it via ideas. In my world of Trade, for instance, you have Koshek, who's the nature god. You also have Aelor and Alindra, who are the respective deities of the solar and lunar elves. Polytheism also gives you a way to incorporate different divinations via warlocks. If your magic is bestowed by the deities, this gives you a way to give magic an identity. Moreover, it facilitates factionalizing your different groups, your different cities, if they bestow onto themselves a given god or goddess. And again, they can be faceless in their idealization. That means that they can be inferred as present but also separate from the narrative. Or you can have them play active participation within the story you're trying to tell. Dungeons & Dragons does a really good job of this. Now, the third and final theism is the lack thereof of a specific deity. It's more of a spiritual resonance within the world itself. Think Star Wars and the Force in this particular case. Not a being in and of itself, but an energy that coalesces all things within your world. And you can use that, like Star Wars, to bestow gifts and foresight upon certain individuals. Or you can keep it more pragmatic and actually make it a form of agnosticism where there really isn't anything inherent or magical about this energy. It's just there, and the world exists without a given deity to shepherd it forth. What I hope all this illustrates is that there are different ways we can actually go about facilitating our stories using divine intervention. And be it a singular god, multiple gods or goddesses, or something that's kind of in the middle, they all can contribute towards telling our overall narrative. For an example, be sure to hit the link in bio and subscribe to the Great Fantasy Story to see how I do it myself. And be sure to like, share, and of course subscribe to stick around for more fantasy foundations and tips and tricks on how to build your world.